second topic of the day today. So typically people will ask me, I take creatine, I take a whey protein. Are there other products I should be taking? That's something kind of I've always dealt with in terms of being a coach, being, an athlete in multiple sports. At elite levels, you want to have the maximum advantage that you can. Again, the tried and true supplements that you're going to want to deal with are the obvious ones. So whey protein, very easy to pack and bring with you, easy to digest, almost always easy on the stomach, especially if you get one that's a good product. Just boost your protein number, which is good. Again, this is a product that's been around for years, so there's really no downside unless maybe you have lactose intolerance, which you can get a protein that will blend in some type of a enzyme. So they'll usually put like a lactase enzyme in the protein powder, which then you shouldn't have any issues. The other thing is you could take an enzyme, if you're lactose intolerant, you tend to already know that if you take a lactase enzyme, you can eat anything that has lactose in it, because the reason you're lactose intolerant is your body doesn't make enough of that enzyme. So you can take it orally, or you can buy a protein that has it in it. But again, the whey protein is going to be the obvious one. Just to get your protein number up, you should be having about a gram per pound of body weight per day. I'm 210 pounds, so I try to have between 200 and 300 grams of protein a day. That's just to maintain my muscle mass at my age. Again, the older I get, the more protein I should be consuming, because the body becomes less efficient at building proteins and fixing errors when it's building proteins. So, there's some research on that where we find people that are in their 70s require 2 to 3 times the amount of protein they need when they were in their 20s to get similar outcomes, because again, we make mistakes, our body gets less efficient at building proteins, so you need more of it to get the same outcomes. So protein, obviously. Creatine I talked about in another video, very important. There's no downside, and I recommend everyone take it because it's very cheap. Usually 3 to 6 months supply is like $20, so there's no downside there. Other obvious ones, we live in a northern climate, so you're going to want a vitamin D supplement. Again, you're taking it kind of just as a maintenance thing, so don't get too crazy on that, because if you take too much, you can store the excess vitamin D as fat deposits on your body, because it's a fat soluble vitamin. I've had clients who, they'll buy some multi-level marketing vitamin product that's full of fat soluble vitamins, and they've had to have these masses cut off their arms, right? Big masses, and it's because they're taking so much of these fat soluble vitamins every day. You don't need much. Again, your body regulates fat soluble vitamin storage, so it's not something that's required daily, where water soluble vitamin is required daily, because again, you're going to be regulating that with the kidneys and with the bladder. So that's something you'll need more often, your electrolytes, that kind of stuff. So other things people ask me about, multivitamins. I don't recommend them. Again, they're cheap, so it's not going to hurt. But again, most of the data suggests they really don't do much. And again, we can get issues with having too much of a good thing. So if you're taking all these different products that might have vitamins in them already, plus you're eating healthy, you're eating fruits and vegetables, lean meats, throwing in all these extra vitamins, especially fat soluble vitamins, can get you in trouble. So I don't see the value there. Caffeine, obviously, either in the form of a coffee, energy drink, pre-workout, it's going to be the next most potent supplement, and the benefit would be what it allows you to do in your workouts, which compounded over time, over multiple workouts, over multiple months, you're going to get better outcomes than the person that doesn't take a stimulant, because you can generate more force. You can generate more force quickly. This allows you to develop more muscle mass, build more bone mass, improve brain function, and get a stronger heart, all those things. So other things people ask me about, things like specialty proteins, things like collagen. So collagen, obviously, if you do understand proteins, collagen is a scam in that it is made out of non-essential amino acids. And what that means is collagen is mostly proteins your body can already make. If you take in extra non-essential proteins, you're really doing yourself no favors, right? What we need are essential proteins, the ones your body can't make. So those are the building blocks of everything in your body. Saying that, you can go the other spectrum, which is the branched chain amino acids, which are just the 4 essential amino acids. And there's little to no benefit of taking those by themselves either. So you have these essential ones on one side, non-essential ones on the other side. And the reality is you need a combination of the two, which would be in the form of a whey protein or chicken, fish, eggs, tofu, beans, mixed with maybe lentils or rice or something. That's how you get complete proteins. But taking a whole bunch of non-essential proteins really isn't going to do anything except reduce the amount of money you have, because again, there's no benefit to taking a bunch of things your body can already easily make if it needed it. And that's where things like buying glutamine or buying collagen, these kind of things really don't provide any value other than making someone rich. So that would be the concern there. So any other supplements I would recommend, the omegas, specifically omega-3, again, things that are found in fish. I don't eat any fish, mostly out of preference. So I do have an omega product that I sell, that I take. Again, it's just an omega-3 from fish, and it's just because I don't eat fish. So I have 1 or 2 of those a day, and that's it. So again, it's cheap, easy, really no short-term benefits. The benefits come from taking these products for months and years. So I always tell people I recommend based on what I sell, because I could list thousands of products. Being a supplement owner, owning a supplement company, I could have all the products that don't do anything and I could make money off of it, but I really want to sell things that I believe have value. So I sell a pre-workout powder that's got caffeine in it. I sell a whey protein powder. I sell a vitamin D. I sell an omega product, right? So and I sell the creatine. So those are what I sell, and it's because there's tons of literature behind it. I have no real desire to add any more products to my line, other than I would like to eventually come out with my own energy drink that has much less of the B vitamins, because those are water-soluble vitamins. And there's little research, but there could be a little research that shows that it's maybe not good to have that much B vitamins daily. We don't know what the long-term effects are, having 1,000% every day. But again, we regulate that with the kidneys, and we pee out the extra vitamins. So luckily, it's not something you can store and accumulate and cause any real damage there. So so those are the supplements I kind of recommend. So any comments, concerns, questions, just shoot me an email and I'll answer them.